It's a common sense recap of the big stories. It's Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
And we are back here on Katz and Cosby, and joining us now is the great economist, Steve Moore. Of course, he hosts More Money on WABC Radio every Saturday right after Larry Kudlow. More Money, Saturday, 1 o'clock. On WABC Radio. Steve, you wrote a really powerful column. It says, vote for Donald Trump this November to ensure an economic miracle. Explain.
Well, if people want a robust and prosperous economy, we know who can give that to us, right, John? Because he's done it before, and of course that would be Donald Trump. And what I mentioned in my piece in the New York Post today is that if you look at so many of the major indicators of how the economy, that we care about, affordability, mortgage payments, things like how much economic growth we have. What we found is that almost every one of these, Donald Trump outperforms Biden. A couple where Biden might be a little bit better. Actually, on the job front, Biden was a little bit better, but we got another report today that suggests the job market is slowing down. So I just wanted to remind people that Donald Trump did it again. He made America great once. He can make America great again.
What do you make when you heard even Biden just a few minutes ago, Steve, on the stage bragging, he's created 15 million new jobs and look at the terrible inflation he inherited. I was like, where are the disclaimers?
Well, the main disclaimer, of course, is that there was no inflation under Donald Trump, none whatsoever. The inflation rate was way less than 2%. It was like 1.5% when Trump left office, and then 18 months later, it was 9.1%. It's hard to blame that on Donald Trump. We know that the inflation president is clearly Joe Biden, and then on the other issue that you mentioned about jobs. Guess what? Over half of those jobs he's bragging about are jobs that were basically existed when Trump was president and then just became that were comeback jobs. So how do you give Biden credit for that? These guys seem to forget that we had something called COVID, where so many of the governors shut down their economy, including your governor in New York and the governor of Connecticut and the governor of New Jersey. And, of course, their jobs went away when you shut down the businesses. But, look, I think most people, if they're going to vote their pocketbook, John,
you have to vote for President Trump. You cannot vote for President Biden because don't forget what President Biden did. He doubled the price of gasoline. He increased the price of food 30-40%.
Yes.
He doubled the price of getting a new mortgage. I mean, he made poor people poorer, and he made the middle class poorer.
Well put. That's exactly the point we made in our article. The average family, John, is about $2,000 poorer today than they were when Biden came into office because of the high inflation. Prices are up 20% across the board, but you're right, for groceries, for gasoline, for rental payments, for mortgage payments.
The stuff that people spend money every day, gasoline, food, they all went up, and President Biden is completely 100% responsible.
I couldn't agree more. And then you look at, what Biden wants to do. He wants to raise taxes through the roof. I mentioned that Trump has an incredible agenda of deregulating, make the tax cuts permanent, and promote American energy, John.
Yep, absolutely right. How does Trump say it? Drill, baby, drill, because the only thing that's going to do, you bring down the price of oil from $100, $83, $84, and Brent is $87, $88. You bring it down to $55 again. Guess what? Russia is broke. Iran is going to be broke too, and that's what we want. We want America America and Canada to control the world in fuel.
Well, we did. We did when Trump was president. North America.
We're going to do it again.
Center of the world. We'll do that again.
We're going to do it again.
And we will defund OPEC and the Russians.
Thank you so much, Steve Moore, and we're looking forward to listening to you tomorrow between 1 and 3.
Thank you, John. Have a great weekend, guys, and happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
This is Greg Kelly for Priority Gold. What does it mean to be America's precious metals dealer? It means that you're in touch with the hearts and minds of those who love this country, value our freedom, and want to protect the future. Priority Gold is that precious metals dealer. They've helped thousands of Americans back their retirement with solid gold and silver. Call Priority Gold at 888-506-6439. Receive free shipping, free storage, a free investment guide, and one of the best purchase experiences in the industry. Call now or go to PriorityGold.com.